They said it couldn't be done. They said, you're too weak. They said it's too dangerous. They said a 360-degree dyno was physically impossible, but I said no. As somebody with 7 official world records in the sport of rock climbing, I knew it was my responsibility to be the first one to set the world record in the 360-degree dyno. So when they said, go home, kid, I listened, because my home is on the bouldering wall. Doing a 360-degree dyno was definitely more of a challenge than I thought. I thought it would be something I would give a few tries at, kind of figure it out, and then stick it. But it was a little more complicated than that. The main issue was when you go to spin 360 degrees while jumping, you almost always fly off the wall. Thankfully, I found a solution. Oh. Oh. I was pretty excited after landing the 360-degree dyno because I didn't think I'd ever actually get it. This also made me realize that I should probably go back and do my 180-degree dyno, because if you saw my last video, I did a 180-degree dyno starting facing away from the wall. This was significantly harder than just jumping and turning in the air, but me being big brain here, I decided it would be easier to just start facing away from the wall.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what
a dyno is.
That counts. Just cut the video.
After successfully landing the 180-degree dyno, I went to work the next day at the ChurchofDynology headquarters. I get inside and they tell me that Deborah at HR is concerned about something. So I went to her office and I said, Deborah, what's wrong? She tells me that people were offended by something I said in my last video, and that she had also gotten several complaints about me being physically abusive with the staff. So I said, shut the fuck up, Deborah. I'll take care of this. In my last world record video, I called this the blind man's dyno because it was kind of hard to see where you're jumping to because it was behind you. And in my attempts to be inclusive, I had actually been offensive. Nobody's ever done that before. People were saying things like, you're not blind, you're just an asshole. And they were right. If I'm gonna set a world record for blind people, I need to make damn well sure I'm blind while doing it.
Yes.
It was after setting this record that the church really started to bring people together. As Ryan and I started working on some other world records or just fun dynos in general, other people started coming along and trying them with us. And this is the whole point of the Church of Dynology, is to bring all the dynoists together. Now the next dyno is not a world record. I'm gonna give it to you straight, it's not. But it is really cool. So I've had this fascination for a while now with the idea of dynoing from the start to the finish of a boulder. Well, I found the perfect one the other day. The only problem was it was absolutely massive, and it took me About 2 weeks of practicing before I finally stuck it.
Finally. Nice.
Ryan and I measured this afterward, and we found that the distance from the start hold to the finish hold was 7 feet and 3 inches.
87 inches it looks like.
I was really happy with this, which is why I put it in the video, just because A, I think it's really cool, but B, it's only like 2 feet off the world record, and it's completely vertical. Meaning that if I just jumped sideways a little bit also, I could probably get pretty close to the world record. We didn't really have a lot of records after this. I did break my campus dyno world record, which I think is partially thanks to all my Ninja Warrior training I've been doing lately. I tried to do a pocket dyno. I'm pretty sure this doesn't count as a dyno, but in general, I'm gonna just make the pocket dyno rules be that you have to dyno from a 2-finger pocket to another 2-finger pocket, or a pair of them, doesn't matter. You just have to be in 2-finger pockets, and then we'll have the mono pocket version. For those of you crazy enough to do that, I'm not doing it. Now it's time for a difficult conversation. I haven't been getting any submissions from you guys. You guys gotta start submitting some world record attempts and break some of these records or set some of your own. The Church of Dynology can't be held on the shoulders of one beautiful man. Now I'll take some fault in this because I was asking people to submit their attempts in the YouTube comments, which apparently there's some issues with that. So I don't know if maybe some of you have been and they just haven't been showing up. I've read that there's a lot of issues with posting YouTube links in YouTube comments. So what we're gonna do is create a Church of Dynology subreddit where you can submit all of your attempts and see each other's attempts before I review them to see if they're good enough to break the world record. So go to r/ChurchofDynology and submit your world record attempts and finally become the dynoist you were meant to be.